Welcome back to CBS Mornings. There is new controversy over the Saudi-funded LIV Golf Series, and this time it involves former President Donald Trump and 9/11 families. The latest event tees off today at one of Trump's golf clubs at Bedminster in New Jersey. The former president was seen playing a practice round yesterday with Dustin Johnson and Bryson DeChambeau. 9/11 families are angry that Saudi Arabia, a country linked to the 2001 terror attacks, is backing the golf league. Nikki Battiste is following this story for us and joins us at the table. Nikki, good morning.
Vlad, good morning. Former President Donald Trump is expected to be at the tournament this weekend. 9/11 families are accusing Saudi Arabia of sports washing its human rights violations and call the tournament a grotesque prioritization of Saudi money.
My two brothers were murdered on 9/11.
Outraged 9/11 families released an ad earlier this week taking aim at the LIV Golf Tournament.
This golf tournament is taking place 50 miles from ground zero.
The controversial LIV Golf League is funded by Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund. It's part of a multi-billion-dollar effort by the kingdom to repair its reputation after a long history of human rights violations.
They haven't been held accountable for any of these crimes. And we're supposed to just be like, yeah, nothing to see here. Where's my golf ball? Let's go. Tee off.
When you first learned that Bedminster would host a LIV Golf tournament, what was your reaction?
Shock, anger, beyond comprehension, and just sick.
Dennis McGinley is part of the group 9/11 Justice. His brother Danny died at the World Trade Center.
I'm not angry anymore. And beyond that, I'm more sad and I'm heartbroken that, like, whatever happened to truth and justice? Is that replaced by oil and money?
In 2016, then-President Trump also appeared to point to Saudi Arabia as the driving force behind 9/11.
Who blew up the World Trade Center? It wasn't the Iraqis, it was Saudi. Take a look at Saudi Arabia.
On Thursday, Trump appeared to take a different tone in an interview with ESPN.
Well, nobody's gotten to the bottom of 9/11, unfortunately, and they should have, as to the maniacs that did that horrible thing to our city, to our country, to the world.
Last year, an FBI report showed evidence that 2 Saudi officials provided support to at least 2 of the 9/11 terrorists. 15 of the 19 9/11 hijackers were Saudi nationals. Saudi Arabia says it had nothing to do with the terror attacks. LIV Golf, which launched earlier this summer, has been controversial since its inception. In June, the PGA Tour suspended 17 players who opted to play in LIV's inaugural event. Those players included top names like Phil Mickelson and Dustin Johnson, whose reported contracts with LIV are upwards of $100 million apiece. When asked for confirmation, LIV told CBS News, "We do not comment on confidential contracts." Earlier this week, pro golfer Paul Casey defended the league.
I can honestly look you in the eye and say that I see a trajectory, a positive trajectory in the kingdom, and it was a really good experience that I've had when I've been there, and I hope that continues.
But for McGinley, the Saudi-backed league is devastating. He is calling on the athletes to stand with 9/11 victims.
If you don't want to stand with us, the families, stand with the people that had to make a decision in those buildings. Should I jump from the 100th floor or should I burn alive? Or the people in the airplanes that had to call their loved ones and give their final goodbye. Do it for them.
In a statement to CBS News, LIV Golf said, "As we have said all along, these families have our deepest sympathy. While some may not agree, we believe golf is a force for good around the world." At the end of October, Trump is expected to host LIV Golf for another tournament at Trump National Doral, Miami. CBS News reached out to Trump for comment on the controversy and did not hear back. And as Dennis said in the piece, he and other victims' families just want accountability.
Yeah.
It's got to be incredibly disappointing, distressing for them to hear a former president of the United States say, we haven't gotten to the bottom of 9/11, when, in fact, the United States, President Barack Obama took out Osama bin Laden, the man responsible for 9/11.
And in his own words, he's said something completely different, which is a contradiction.
On the day of.
Yeah.
You can understand the pain and the anger of those families. I thought Dennis put it very well. If you don't want to do it for this, then think about the people that had to make that decision. I think about that a lot when I look at those images. Do you burn here or do you jump? What do you do? It was such a terrible, terrible day. And I don't know how you just, that term sports washing is new to me. I haven't heard that before. I don't know how you just disregard all of that for any amount of money.
Yes, and we have to remember all of the victims. And Danny, Dennis's brother, had 5 children. The youngest was a newborn. The 10-year-old was the oldest when he passed. And we have to think about them, too.
Yes.
Living, seeing this.
This is money over morality, and golf is hanging in the balance.
Thank you very much.